You're listening to Pato's Powerhouse.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's podcast. This is Pato the Ghostwriter thanking you for tuning in. This is Pato's Powerhouse and obviously I am podcasting at a different time because, as I said in the last episode, which I had 10 million thoughts going through my head at the time, so after I was done recording, I was like, I have no freaking clue or fucking clue if I made any sense. However, like I said, things have changed. It was weird not going to my usual job site last night. I mean, it was different. I mean, I was like, okay, although I did work last night, I did not work where I normally do. And I will not be working there anymore. But it was crazy that, around 2-3 when I usually took my break, I would sit there and talk to you, my favorite people, which, by the way, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by to check on me. And like I said, thank you, because God knows I know you have options. So, yeah, this is a new adjustment. I just woke up a while ago, haven't had my coffee. And I'm looking around here in the house, and apparently we're out of creamer, we're out of some stuff that I require to make myself a good coffee. Which is kind of weird how depends on where you are in what you're going through. Situations are different. Like when I'm at work, I can drink coffee black. No sugar, nothing on it, just straight like that. That's, middle of the night when I'm working. I can drink it like that. No problem. And I enjoy it. I can't do that at home. For some reason, at home, I have to add sugar and cream. Cream and sugar, I like a little coffee with my cream and sugar when I'm at home. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. I cannot sit here and enjoy coffee the way I do at work. And it's all mental, obviously. But, it's just the way it is. I haven't had my cup of coffee right now, and I'm just waking up, and I thought, hey, you know what? I need to upload this because I don't want Saturday to go away without Pato's Powerhouse happening. You know what I'm saying? So, adjusting to the new routine, new schedules. Still more adjustments to come as things keep changing, But, I guess that's what life is about, right? Change. I was talking, I added, if you go to pdgpodcast.com, that's the website that it's, I think pdghostwriter.com is still in effect, but, we're switching over to pdgpodcast.com. And if you go to PDG Podcast, you'll go to a page where you'll see a button for Cursory Overload and Pato's Powerhouse. So if you click on Pato's Powerhouse, it'll take you to Pato's Powerhouse page, and there's a video and links page there where I uploaded this video that it caught my attention this week. Apparently somebody, I haven't had the time to research the story. I probably should have. But all I cared about how cool this video looked, that I just put the link there so you can see it on YouTube. It's this airplane landing on the freeway. It happened in the San Diego area. So if you want to go check that out, eventually I'll look into the story a little bit more and find out if it was an emergency landing or what the heck it was. But however, the fact is that that person landed the plane there and kept it under control. So it looks like it was a safe landing, but in the middle of the freeway. And I mean, you guys, obviously people videotaping it because it ended up in YouTube. So, and that's how I got a hold of it. And now it's in my page. Also, I've been messing around with TikTok. So if you go to that same page, you'll see a button that says TikTok. If you want to see Pato act goofy and K-Dog, I think K-Dog's finally joined in. I mean, I uploaded a video. I didn't do it with him. So just go check it out. I mean, you know, putting a face to Pato, putting a face to K-Dog, because quite honestly, I think we're tired of being who the fuck is you. I always joke around that Cursory Overload, which by the way, episode 20 is coming up. Can you believe that? 20 fucking episodes. I mean, yeah, I know Pato's Powerhouse, including the Pato the Ghost Rider shows, which are the earlier ones. I mean, I'm up to like 40 episodes. But then again, these are little bite-sized episodes, you know, 10, 15 minute long. But I mean, Cursory Overload, usually we do at least a half hour. In fact, episode 19, we did like almost an hour, which we were like, whoa, man. We're not trying to make long podcasts because, like I said, we understand that, I mean, time, if you're anything like us, that we work 2 jobs and we're running back and forth, I mean, you don't always have the time to sit there and listen. Unless you have the kind of job where you can sit there and listen, then that's a different story, right? Then you can say, oh, I'll listen to Cursory Overload and then Pato and then whatever other podcast you listen to. Don't forget to listen to ours. Anyway, I'm just saying that's how a lot of people kill time, or they just tune in and tune out. And that's what I hope I'm doing here, you know, giving you 10, 15 minutes of time to relax, time to tune in, tune out, see what Pato's doing and be like, well, okay, you know, life isn't as fucked up as we thought it was. It is, but it isn't. I mean, it is as bad as we want it to be, right? Sometimes bad situations happen and we have no control over them. But I mean, in all honesty, how we react to bad situations, our attitude is what determines how bad things really are. Like, that makes the difference between having a bad day, a horrible day, or a good day too. I mean, because you have to think, even on your best day, that's somebody's worst day. So, yeah, just wanted to, you know, touch base, talk about stuff like that with you. How you doing? Been listening to a lot of Kevin Smith, Smodcast, the original, I guess, the flagship of their podcast of the Smodco. Wow, you know, it's funny. It's amazing what this person, you know, Kevin Smith, has accomplished. And you know what? Big ups to him, you know? And I like the way he encourages others to, you know, hey, pursue your dream. I mean, you know, you may not have instant success, I mean, but it's funny because you do one thing and that one thing you do might inspire somebody else to do something else. And then in turn, that thing that other person does comes back and you could even say blesses you. In his case, I mean, because he inspired somebody to go into comic books. I mean, that person obviously went into comic books, or because somebody went into comic books. You got to listen to the episode, but it's like I believe it's called The Walking Dude on Smodcast. You got to check it out. I'm not gonna like do recaps here of Kevin Smith's podcast. I mean, you know, doing a podcast about a podcast. I don't know. I'm just saying is that I like the way, you know, how can I say, I like to see the man succeed because he encourages others to follow their dreams and find your level of success. I mean, you know, what works for me doesn't necessarily work for you. And what works for you doesn't necessarily work for that other person over there. We all have our own path that we have to find. And no, I'm not going to get all spiritual here on you or anything like that. But, you know, that's basically what we're doing here, right? Going through life, I mean, walking down this road or trying to find our path. Yeah, so I think K-Dog and Pato found their purpose, podcasting. inside joke there for some of you motherfuckers. Anyway, find your purpose. You know what I'm saying? We found our purpose podcasting. So, Cursory Overload episode 20 is coming up. And Pato's Powerhouse, if it hadn't been for K-Dog's dream of podcasting, I wouldn't be here podcasting because I took the plunge just so that I could learn the tools to get into this. And can you believe it? I think this is going to be episode 41 of Pato's Powerhouse. Or of Pato doing a podcast. This was called Pato the Ghost Rider show earlier. Pato's Powerhouse in the last, 6, 7 episodes. Maybe not even that many. It just feels like that because, well, like I said, mine are short little bite-sized podcasts that you can listen to on your 15-minute break. You can, I don't know, sometimes I feel like my podcast is almost a commercial for Cursory Overload. Which kind of was meant to be in all reality. Oh, God. Well, as I was saying, readjusting, doing things a little bit different now. It's interesting. I mean, I feel like, okay, I got Saturday evening and I just woke up a while ago. So I'm like, ooh, what do I do with myself? I actually have like a whole evening. And then, of course, they left me the house to myself right now. So I'm like, yay! Actually, I figured, I'm going to take the time right now that it's nice and quiet and I can focus because, obviously, I think I did hit the bleep button. And if I didn't, well, it's too late. I've already released a few explicit, so I have to mark it as explicit just because. Anyway, bottom line is, I hope you are having an awesome weekend. And I just wanted to share how I'm doing, the changes. And, eventually I'll be sharing some projects I'm working on. I've got my blog, D-Spot. If you go to Blogger, and you look at D-Spot, I've been writing some stories there. And I've been writing different pieces, but lately I've been writing something called Guards. And in fact, I even did a audio version of the first chapter, which I'll do the audio version of the second one and post it here. Those are going to be like 3-minute little segments. That are just gonna pop up in your wherever if you're following us on Spreaker, which please do download the Spreaker app and follow us on Spreaker, which that would be the best. I mean, but whatever, your choice. Apple, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or hey, if you go to podchaser.com, I guess you can find us there too. It's amazing. I mean, sometimes you Google yourself without sounding all dirty. I Google myself. All right. I'm just saying, I Googled Cursory Overload, Pato's Powerhouse, and podchaser.com came up. And I'm like, oh, righty then. You can find us on the interwebs. We got a web presence. This is freaking awesome. So, yeah. Alrighty. Well, what's the big thing I wanted to talk about today? Well, no, just share the link there about the airplane landing on the San Diego area. That's, obviously did some new changes. Also, CursoryOverload.com. We posted some new pictures in the gallery if you want to go check it out. And CursoryOverload.com is also the way to listen to Cursory Overload. So, let's see. I shared with you the airplane thing. God, I saw that. I thought that was amazing. Nobody got hurt. That's the amazing part. And the fact that, seriously, imagine you're driving down the road, down the freeway, and next thing you know, a small plane just like flies over you and into the, front of you, into the lane, and just lands there on the freeway. That's just fucking amazing. It's crazy. I saw that and I was like, damn. So that's why I thought I'd share it with you. So PDG podcast, go on the Pato's Powerhouse button. And then once you're in Pato's page, go to links and videos. And there's a button there that says, once you go into Pato's Powerhouse, link videos and links, and just press that and you can see the YouTube video there for that airplane landing in the freeway. Also, like I said, there's a TikTok button if you want to see Pato acting all silly, Pato K-Dog. Just because, right? Well, let's see. That about covers what I've been doing. I mean, I've been working.